I challenge you to name 3 important leaders in your life. Take a moment and write down 3 people who lead you today. I see exactly on your faces the expression I'm looking for. Is this an easy task?
Yes.
Go ahead and, okay, good. If you can name 3 leaders, go ahead and do it. Now, I've been asking over the last couple of months, I've been asking this question and variations on it a lot. Who are the most important leaders in the world? Wouldn't it be cool to come up with a list of the 10 most important leaders in the world? I've been trying to say, I would like to have that list by the end of November into December so I can announce it. I've been asking a lot of people, who are the important leaders? And the expressions I saw on your face as I asked that question is very similar to the expression I saw with the people I asked. You know, Steve, it's a good question. I'm going to have to get back to you. Some people did. The cool thing is, after asking a number of times, I have a list now, not only of the 10 most important people, important leaders in the world, I have the 20 most important leaders. And if you're interested, I'll share that information with you. First of all, some thoughts on what I'm doing. My list of important leaders in the world is non-political. I could very easily get into an argument with a lot of people about politics. And you know what? I'm a lover, not a hater. I'm really not into arguing. I'm Republican, you're Democrat. I'm a member of the Tea Party. I'm a member of Occupy Wall Street. You know, it's just not a lot of fun for me. I think there's something special about people who are willing to change the world. You know, it's even gustatory. I had to throw that in there. But there's something special about the people who are willing, who are dedicated to changing the world that's worth celebrating. And what did we see in South Africa this week?
Wow.
This was not something I thought about when I planned this speech for tonight. People are celebrating leadership. What about a man who could change the course of a continent? Isn't that awesome? So, who are the leaders today who should be on your list? I'll tell you who's on my list. So I'm not fighting over politics. I've eliminated politicians. I have one person who has been a politician, but she's not today. So that's on my list. But every person on this list, I believe today has the potential to change the world for the better. Interested in knowing who they are?
Yes!
Oh, cool. Okay. And by the way, this is entirely subjective. I don't have any objective standards to go here. And if you want to develop your own list, we should have a conversation and do some further celebrating. Number 1 person, Dr. Jeffrey Trent in the Phoenix Genome Project. Anyone ever hear of him before? You've heard of him, Josh. Actually, the TGen project, but what they do is they study genomes. This is a group of medical physicians who are dedicated to using genomic information to work on solutions for cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and a big Santa's long list of medical issues that might have genetic solution to it or a genetic way to help. Wouldn't that be cool? Look around the people in this room. Wouldn't it be nice to know that lives are extended with people you know because of genetic research? Thank goodness for Dr. Jeffrey Trent, who's working on this project, the team of physicians, showing us leadership for a new kind of medicine that could rock our world. Number 2 person on my list. I'm probably mispronouncing her name. I didn't even know who this person was until Carolyn, my wife, suggested Malala Yousafzai. Anyone? Okay, if you know who she is, okay, and can you have a better pronunciation for her name?
Malala.
Malala?
That's good. Yeah.
Malala, okay. Pakistani teenager who stood up to the Taliban and was shot in the face. And she is a heroic young lady who's written a book about education, importance of being free, educated, and empowered. Wouldn't it be great to see someone like that in the United Nations, fighting for a better world? I mean, that's the kind of person, you don't have to be political to say that's the kind of person we need for our world. And I celebrate people like Malala. I don't know her very well, but I welcome her into my world. Third person I'm going to mention. He's got a very strange name too. Elon Musk. Anyone ever heard of Elon Musk?
Yes.
Okay, a few of you. Isn't he a leader to think about?
Yes.
Elon Musk is an American innovator, businessman, entrepreneur. He is CEO of 2 different companies. CEO of the SpaceX Corporation. They're putting commercial spacecraft into business. They are writing contracts with governments and big business, putting flight, making that flight a reality, giving NASA an alternative, a real choice for saying people who want to get into outer space and want to explore this. There's now someone actively working on this. That's only part of his life though, but he's also CEO of Tesla Motors, a company that's dedicated for saying, there are alternatives to our standard vehicle system. There are different ways to run cars, and we're going to put it out on the market. We're going to make it economically feasible. What an amazing journey both those companies are, and one man heading both those organizations. I think this is someone to follow. I think this is someone to celebrate and say, we need people like us. Yes, you can. Yes, I can person, Don?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So if you're curious, I have a list. It's even got penguins on it. Not what you expected. I've got a list of who I think are the most important leaders for 2013. I didn't want you staring at the list going through it. Some of you probably have heard that Man of the Year was named to be Pope Francis. That's kind of an important leader statement, wouldn't you agree? He's on my list. It was mentioned to me a couple of months ago, and I said, yes, that makes sense. There are transformative people in our world right now. Pay attention. Celebrate. Study. Decide for yourself. You can be inspiring. You can be a dynamic person. You can support a leader. You can adopt a visionary position yourself, and you can do something incredible. My mission is to mentor and inspire leaders. If you'd like to talk to me about leadership or your success journey, I'd love to have that conversation. Mr. Toastmaster.
Fellow members, no guests, and especially Steve. This speech was from the Competent Communication Manual, number 5, Body Speaks. Before Steve came up, he said to me, I must have done this manual 1,000 times. So I'm not so concerned about this, but this is the project I'm working on. Don't necessarily pay as much attention to My Body Speaks. What he asked me to look for were 3 things. His ability to speak naturally and be natural appear natural as himself. Be relaxed. Opportunities to add humor and the transition points to make his speech smooth and flowing. Those are the things that I'll concentrate on tonight. Your body speaks, dude. It does. I mean, you have it down. So that's not an issue. I will concentrate on the things that you asked me to concentrate on. Number 1, before I start, the opening. The opening's the hook. Steve knows that. This is the first opportunity I've had in the time I've been here to hear Steve speak. And the first thing he did was he threw out a challenge. Love a challenge. He said to me, or to all of us, write down 3 important leaders who inspire you. I would like to challenge you to do that. I'm one for a challenge. I started writing stuff down. I got this. So I like that. I looked around and everybody was kind of shocked because you did challenge us and you made us think like that. It's like your brain is engaged and you hooked us from the beginning. You asked me to look for your ability to be natural. You are natural. You are yourself. You are passionate. And there's things in that are unique to you that I absolutely love. Now one of them is the Steve Bro brushed my jacket back, put my hands in my pockets.
The professor.
And most Toastmasters would say, no, that's a no-no. I love it. It's natural. It's you. Be yourself and allow yourself to do those things that you're told not to do. And I absolutely love that you do that. You are able to be yourself and relaxed. That's a strong part of your speaking. You said, I'd like to add humor in the natural spots when I have an opportunity. You had an opportunity to add humor, and that was in the word of the day. And you used gustatory in a humorous fashion. And forgot actually what you were saying. Oh, here it is. I don't know. Basically, I was so caught up in your speech that I forgot I was evaluating you. But you did use it. And then you kept back the list that you made. I love that you did that. Because you said, I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm going to give it to you afterwards because I don't want to distract from my speech. I love that. And then you gave it to us in the end. It was kind of like a little gift. Here you go. I love that. Strong ending. When you came to that, the transition points could not have been more smooth. It was a smooth speech the entire way through. And in the end, you said to us, what did you say to us?
Leader.
Oh yeah, you have the ability to be a leader. And I wrote down, when you ask about leaders, Steve Bro. You're a leader in this club. You're a leader in Toastmasters. And your passion is what I would like to see. You are very passionate. The only thing I could see for you and improve on is for you to bleed that passion. To literally stand up here and bleed it out and just let it show. It was a great job. I was honored to listen to this speech.